Hello and welcome to FM Live. I have here with me a special guest in our studios today, Abdulla Bahroozyan, who's the Executive Director of Facilities Management and HSE at Tecom. Pleasure to have you with us, Abdulla, in our studios this morning. First of all, just give us an idea about all the assets that come under Tecom across all the business parks. Could you put some numbers?
Well, in Tecom Group, we have multiple business parks like Dubai Internet City, Dubai Media City, Dubai Knowledge Park. Then we have Dubai Production City, Dubai Science Park, Dubai Outsource City, Dubai Studio City, and Dubai International Academic City. Plus, the recent business park, which is called Dubai Design District and Dubai Industrial City.
Right.
So we are spread all around from almost Abu Dhabi border to Academic City, which is nearby Sharjah. And our assets includes over 1,000 warehouses and more than 200 buildings.
Right.
Varies between laboratories, office buildings, and studios as well.
So give us an idea about the facilities management. How do you all look at it from a group point of view?
Well, the main challenge we are having today is we have multiple business parts, as I mentioned, and we have various contracts with different service providers. But the challenge is always to get your customers satisfied.
Right.
To do that, you have to always make sure that your KPIs are met and the service provider is delivering what they should deliver,
right,
in order to avoid unnecessary complaints.
Yeah, because you find yourself in a very interesting position as the linchpin between your service provider and your client, right?
Yes. Now, to make sure that everything is okay, we have dedicated facility manager at each site.
Okay.
And that person is the key point when it comes to technical part of point of view or basically the facility management point of view, in which he is the link between the business unit and the business partner.
Tell us a bit about what you've been doing on that front when you talk about sustainability or maybe coming up with a better, more stronger FM standard.
Going back before 2014, we had multiple contracts with multiple service providers. Not only service providers, but also the agencies of different systems. Right. So I can tell you we had over 50, 60 contracts at one point of time. Okay. What we did is we have developed our own standard, and we have tendered one major tender for Tecom. We have unified the contracts, and we have appointed 2 different service providers to make sure that they do everything A to Z.
Okay.
So what we have done, we have clubbed all the small contracts into one contract, and the service provider is now the point where we deal with to make sure that all services are provided.
Yeah.
Having said that, now our contracts are about to be expired, so we have enhanced our previous scope of work based on the experience we had in the past 5 years.
Tell us a bit about sustainability. I mean, you have a range of assets in all your business parks. Some of them are new assets still being built. Some of them are older ones, like maybe one of this that we're sitting in right now in a Tecom building. How do you look at the sustainability aspect of it? Energy savings, water savings, utilities. What's your plan over there?
That's a very important point in our area. Now, facility management is a cost center. In the past 5 years, we have spent over 100 million on refurbishment projects in terms of feel and look as well as technical requirements, in which we have changed many chillers. We have installed VFD, variable frequency devices. We have changed our lights to LED lights. Plus, we are following Dubai 2030 vision, in which we have to achieve 30% saving from the baseline of 2012, I believe. And today I can tell you, a year or 2 we are ahead in this.
Okay.
Now, what we have done with all these kind of refurbishment, we have successfully reduced our utility charges by almost 12% in the past 7 years, you can say.
A few years ago, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid had said that he would like more and more assets within Dubai to go and you sort of go on the district cooling system. Where are you on that?
Today, I can tell you most of our buildings are connected to Empower, district cooling.
Okay.
And our service provider is Empower. Except the old buildings in Internet City, Media City, and Knowledge Park. These are the buildings these are the older buildings. And by then, Empower would not yet exist.
Yeah.
What we are doing today, we have very recently developed projects, Huawei building, as well as we have University of Wollongong, which is under construction. Empower has done or has invested in the infrastructure so that we make sure that these buildings are connected to district cooling as well. Yes.
Okay.
So we are moving toward district cooling in general.
Okay. Yeah. And you say most of the buildings in their business parks are already connected.
They
to
are already
cooling.
connected, except the old building. But today we don't have the infrastructure to do that, and the buildings were not designed to be connected to district cooling.
And quite finally, for me, I mean, you mentioned the sheer number of volume you have of assets in your business parks. You also spoke about the service providers that you've condensed it down to. Is there opportunity for new service providers, for new FM companies that you've not worked with in the past?
Yes, of course. Now, we never limit the contract to particular company,
Okay.
whether a service provider, as when it comes to facility management, or when it comes to maintenance as well. Now, giving an example of that, previously we were dealing with 3 or 4 service providers. We have retendered, and we ended up dealing with 2 of them.
Right.
They were pre-registered, but we had experience with them. Then during the 5 years, we had new development in which we have tendered our buildings, and we have new service providers came on board, which we have never worked with them.
Okay.
Having said that, additionally, we are retendering for the entire group, and we have invited service provider that we never worked with them as well.
Okay.
So they still have the opportunity to do that.
Thank you so much for coming down to our studios and having a candid chat about your facilities in the 11 odd business parks that you manage. You've been watching FM Live. Thank you so much.